Hey YouTube. All right. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching me today, wherever you're at. Whether you're on your couch, on your TV, your phone, computer, tablet, game system, however you're watching, thank you. All right, today a little different. Today, remember yesterday I said about the health thing? Well, that starts today. Because today I can start with the very simple thing. The very most fundamental thing. Particularly when it comes to content creation and other stuff. And that is my eyes, vision. I have an eye doctor appointment. Let's work here early. It is 10 after 10. I'm leaving for a 10:30 appointment at my vision doctor. And let's see how healthy my vision is. My guess is they're going to dilate my eyes and I have to go back to work, and that will be quite the experience. It'll be okay. Like for me, when they dilate my eyes, it's not too bad. Like I can pretty much see for the most part and operate normally and so on and so forth. But I may have to wear my sunglasses into work, which is definitely a different thing. The eye doctor that I go to is across town from where I work. It's actually not too far from the that park that had the tanks and everything in it, and the military equipment that I went to in some of our early daily vlogs. But yeah, it's like maybe a 5 to 10 minute drive from my work. Obviously that's going to change when my workplace transitions to the new site that I'm going to work in, and I'll be in my own community. And we don't have a lot of doctor's options at this point in that community, and the ones that we do are just booked solid. So that's the real healthcare crisis in America, to be honest with you, is availability. People that are quality physicians and quality specialists do not want to live in a rural area because it's harder to properly educate your kids. The services aren't there for a lot of the stuff that people of means are interested in. And there's not a lot to do for people like that. I don't know a lot of doctors and specialists, medical specialists that are fishermen, hunters. If they are hunters, they typically go to some preserve or reserve or whatever you call it out west and do that type of thing. But up here, I mean, for me, fortunately, I live kind of smack dab in the middle of two places that are very desirable to live in. So going to a quality physician or specialist is a little more than a half an hour away, but there's a lot of people that live in rural areas that just do not have quality care whatsoever. because of the realities of where they live, right? I suspect that's not just like an American healthcare problem. That's probably the same all over the world, if you think about it. Again, you know, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure even in socialized medicine, like people, well, I don't know how that works, but I'm pretty sure like people don't want to live even under socialized medicine in rural communities and places like that you don't have the type of services that maybe you desire for your kids and for your family and whatnot. All right, we'll talk when I get back. Okay. Well, I'm back. Came from the eye doctor, and surprise, she basically said I'm probably the one person with the best vision that she will see all day. That is a good thing, because I don't have to pay for glasses other than my readers. So basically, I am still in the range where I can go into the dollar store and buy readers for my glasses, and I don't have to have prescriptions. I know that's unusual at 51 years old, but it makes me feel good that I do not have to buy extra expensive glasses. These ones that I'm wearing were prescription. There's a slight distance prescription on these sunglasses, and it's so slight, it's just you can hardly even notice it. As far as the risks involved, I do have some kind of genetic disease called Fuchs, I think she called it. It is something that they caught, maybe not the last time, maybe the time before, and it has some kind of, I don't know, deterioration of a part of my eye. I didn't really catch the entire thing, but basically she said I don't have to worry about it yet. It would cause a inflammation or drying out of my eyes, and eventually I will get cataracts that she will recommend getting surgery on cataracts earlier than she would other patients because of this Fuchs, that apparently this thing often requires corneal transplant or something to that effect, and that there aren't too many people. Remember what I said before, right? There is one doctor, only one surgeon who even does that kind of surgery in this area. And she said she will refer me to this particular surgeon when and if the time comes, but she said I probably don't have to worry about that until I'm in my 60s, that my eyes look really good. She reiterated that I probably have the best eyes that she will see all day, and that I also have the longest eyelashes that she will see all day, which I've heard before. And that's kind of crazy. I'm I hear that all the time, and I don't know what that. I think I got that maybe from my dad. I don't know. But anyways, all good with the eyes. Take a daily walk, and that will help keep away the macular degeneration. Apparently carrots are really good for that type of thing, and any of the lighter colored vegetables, along with, just the healthy stuff. It's the same stuff that every doctor will tell you. I do, obviously, as you guys have seen, I do walks. I should probably do them every day, but things don't always work out that way. But for the most part, nothing bad to report as far as the eyes. Now, I gotta tell you, I have a feeling that if I went to a cardiologist because of my weight and because of years of abuse of my body and my heart, that would be a different experience. Now, let's talk about that. What happens when I pass away? I have a will. My wife and I have drawn up a will with a lawyer, and we have some very specific things that we took care of in that regard. We've seen enough loss in our lives that we took care of that. It is my goal to make things as easy as possible on those that I leave behind, and that involves the drawing up of wills, the understanding among everyone who is involved what I expect to happen, what we expect to happen when we pass. Hopefully that's not for a long time. I hope I'm around until I'm in my hundreds. I may feel differently as I age, but I love life. I have a passion for life. I love the people in my life, including all of you. And I love doing what I do every day when I get up. Sometimes I'm a little more passionate about it than other times. But I just love the things in life. I love my environment that I live in. I just love it. I'm very passionate about my life. I'm in a good spot when it comes to that. I don't get too upset about things usually. I don't get angry too often, other than when people drive too slow or something like that. So I don't know. I think I've taken care of my family financially. I do not save a lot of money up. I do not do a lot of investments. There's a reason for that. I believe that investing is just the same as gambling. I understand that is controversial to a lot of people, and also I don't like investing in a lot of times in other people's ventures and having any trust and faith that they're doing things the way they should be doing things. I don't know. It's hard for me to take my money that I work for and freely give it to somebody else's effort. In particular, I don't like the whatever it's called in the stock market, the big collection of groups, things like BlackRock and things like that. I'm not a fan of any of that type of thing. And while everyone encourages someone of my age to invest heavily and do this and do that, you know what I've invested pretty heavily in that actually costs less and has a much larger payout when I'm gone? Life insurance. And I've done enough life insurance because I look at the history of my family and, well, I'm probably not going to live to be 100. I've done enough of that to understand what the realities are and what is required once I'm gone, monetarily, money-wise. So, I don't believe that Social Security will be around by the time I retire in, 15, 20 years, whatever they make it to be as far as retirement age. I don't believe that retirement will ever be a possibility for me. I'm probably very similar in my thought to other members of Gen X. So I'm not worried about it. I'm going to work probably until I die, and I'm going to take vacations. And yes, occasionally I'm going to go into debt to take those vacations because I've given up a long time ago on being disciplined enough to save up for said vacations. I'm going to enjoy my life while I'm alive. And when I'm not alive, I'm not going to be in such debt that my family will not be able to have everything paid off and not be able to enjoy their lives. I have worked and sacrificed and done all kinds of things all my life, worked from the bottom and worked my way to the top, got a college degree, an associate's degree in my late 40s, maintained a 4.0, was in an honor society and all that, all throughout that education. I've worked hard, and to be honest with you, I see a lot of people struggling to make ends meet, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Everyone has their own individual, things that have gone on in their lives that brought them to where they're at. What brought me here is just working. I've never been laid off. I've never quit a job other than to take another job. There have been times where I've worked 2 jobs. I've had my own business while working another full-time job. I've did deliveries for, in the evenings for quite a while for Walmart. I think for 2 years I did that along with maintaining a full-time job, plus full-time student at the beginning of that. So I've worked my butt off. I know that isn't possible for everyone, and I'm not saying anyone should follow my path. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that I'm at the point in my life where I see how other people live their lives, and I've had a very relaxed take on that now. I understand the idea of being debt-free and all that type of thing. And I admire people that are able to do that. Most of those people, people that live a life like that either have really great jobs or live within their means and don't do much in their lives as far as a vacation. They enjoy things that are simple in their lives, and I really respect that. That is awesome. Me, I am a complicated person. I don't enjoy simplicity. I enjoy chaos at times. I enjoy vacations and different places and seeing different things and experiencing different things. So it's impossible for me to not be in debt the way I am, and for me to enjoy my life. I would probably hate my life personally otherwise. And again, that's not a value on anyone else or anything else. Everyone has their own things. That will do it for today. Dreams, grass, churros. We will see you tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll actually get back into some history stuff or do something else. I don't know. Maybe we'll go on a walk. It is beautiful out. I wish I could have went on a walk today. It is gorgeous out today. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're over the hill. We're over the hump, right? Over the hump. Well, you are. I'm still stuck on Tuesday.